Now in this video we'll talk about chain rule. So firstly, when shall we use chain rule? It is when the base is no longer x. The base is a function of x. Let's say you have this y equals 3x minus 2 to the power 5. So if it is x to the power 5, you can just use the power rule, which is 5x to the power 5 minus 1. But this time the base is not x. This time the base is 3x minus 2. That is a function of x. So we need to use the chain. Okay, so you always check if you have an exponential form, you check what is the base. If the base is the function of x, then you use chain. So here we know the power is 5, the base is 3x minus 2, then we remember this chain rule, we just sub the value in. So n is 5, fx is 3x minus 2, n minus 1, 5 minus 1. The derivative of fx, the derivative of 3x minus 2. So please take note, here you don't differentiate fx to the power of n minus 1. No, you only have fx to the power of n minus 1. And then multiply by the derivative of fx. So let me say this again. Inside the square bracket, the part that is to the power of n minus 1 is fx, not f prime x. Okay, so after that, we just simply let 5 minus 1 equals 4, and then we differentiate 3x minus 2 equals 3, and now we have 5 times 3, so 15. So that's the answer. Let's look at another example. 4 over 2 minus x squared. Now, although it's not directly written as an exponential form, but we can use the exponential rule to rewrite this into 4 times 2 minus x squared to the power of minus 1. So once again, you can see the base is not x only, and then there's a power -1, so we can use the chain rule. But before we use the chain rule, we need to do some tidy up. Firstly, we write 4 over 2 minus x squared as 4 times 2 minus x squared to the power of -1. You must write as exponential form. And then, if you remember in the 4 differentiation rules we learned previously, you have a constant multiple, you have number 4 times this function, so number 4 can be taken out. So you only need to differentiate 2 minus x squared to the power of -1. So this time you have n times fx to the power of n minus 1 and then times 2 minus x squared derivative. Okay? And after that, the derivative of 2 minus x squared is -2x. So here 4 times -1 give us -4. So -4 times -2x, positive 8x. And that is the final answer. 8x times 2 minus x squared to the power of -2. So in summary, when you see a fraction or even you see a square root, you just rewrite them in an exponential form like this. Take out the constant multiple, don't differentiate them. Determine the value of n, determine the value of fx, the expression of fx, and then sub them into the formula n fx to the power of n minus 1 f prime x. And then just differentiate the fx, simplify, then you get the answer.